Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to the garage. Today I'm looking over the new Tier 7 Premium Tank Destroyer, the T28 concept. The first thing I thought was, another Tier 7 Tank Destroyer? I mean, we've got a metric butt ton of Tier 7 TDs in the game already. In fact, with the addition of the T28 concept, we now have 14 of them. Yeah, 14 Tier 7 TDs, and 7 of them are premiums. This tank is listed as having 203 millimeters of frontal armor, and if you look at this pic from Armor Inspector that shows what a Tiger 1 sees with the long-barreled 88mm and regular AP ammo, it looks pretty intimidating. But then you look at those little machine gun turrets on either side of the hull and you see where your salvation lies. The cupolas on top of the tank are also weak spots, albeit hard to hit in the heat of battle. Those little turrets, on the other hand, though, present very little problem to hit reliably, and at 100 millimeters or so, there isn't a single vehicle that won't be able to give a good showing fighting the concept head-on. Getting around the flanks and rear of the concept all but guarantees your success, though, with only 101 millimeters and 50 millimeters respectively armor, and the concept's lackluster traverse speeds of both gun and turret of only 21 degrees means the concept has all kinds of trouble with more mobile vehicles. If you don't have a good team on your side for keeping the flanks tidy, you'll probably find yourself in some trouble. Despite its 70-ton weight, the 15 horsepower per ton power to weight ratio does allow decent acceleration, if only a 29-kilometer top speed. Still, it's enough to be able to get into position on the battlefield and not be left behind. Where that position ends up being could be something to do with the mediocre stock view range of only 250 meters. Do yourself a favor and bump that up 10% with the improved optics at your first opportunity. 105mm T5 gun was developed by the Americans for use in anti-fortification and anti-armor roles, and the 181mm of penetration with regular AP will see you through most engagements, but for those situations where it's just not enough, you can load up some spicy APCR for 224mm of penetration. Average damage of 310 hit points will make people take notice, but it still feels a little underwhelming, and more so with the spicy ammo's 260 hit points of damage only. DPM with regular AP and 5.86 rounds per minute rate of fire is just over 1800 hit points, and this is actually a little better than other heavy American vehicles with a variant of this gun. As far as turretless TDs go, at Tier 7, the concept does have very good gun traverse angles. Unfortunately, Armor Inspector refuses to tell me what that combined traverse angle is, and I cannot locate a protractor in the house to overlay on my iPad screen. I even asked my girls, but mysteriously, neither of them could come up with one. Seems they didn't survive the school year. I'm going to go with 60 degrees for now, until more accurate information can be had. But 60 degrees is good, and typically your tank will have to shift its hull very little while you're in sniper mode that way. So where am I with this tank? Despite what seems to be mediocre numbers on paper, I have been fairly consistently successful with it. Up to now I've had 12 battles. I know that's not that many, but still 12 battles in it, and I have won 9 of them. That's 75% for those of you who use a calculator for all your mathematical needs. I will give a large amount of credit here to my teammates, as you really need good ones to keep your flanks safe, as a flank concept is most often a dead concept I've found. Once people get onto where the weak spots are, they won't be panic shooting into the armor they can't pen. Still, this is a capable machine, and if you play to its strengths, there is no reason why you too wouldn't be successful in it. Well folks, there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. If you really enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments. As well, be sure to visit my social media pages, both on Facebook and Twitter. This is where I post info that, well, not belonging in a video, it's worth taking a look at. I would also like to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters. You folks are making a huge difference for me. If you like what I do and enjoy the community all of us humans are building, please consider supporting the mission via my Patreon page. There are quite a few options with varying levels of support. Maybe one of them will suit you. Links to all things in the video description. Alright folks, thanks very much for stopping by and watching. I'll catch you next time.